Hey, this is Pumpkin Pieces, and I am going to do some compare and contrasting between the Boss PS2 and the PS3. There was a thread on ilovefuzz where somebody asked the differences between these two pedals, and I'm going to try and do a little bit of a demonstration. I don't have as professional a gear as other demoers out there, but I have a phone. I have a chair that lifts up my phone above my pedal board, and I have an amplifier, and this is what we're going to do. I'm going to start with delay modes here. First off, I guess first and foremost here, the Boss PS2 and PS3. The PS2 is has a lot more digital artifacts to it. It's a lot less clean. That's something that I prefer usually. You can get a lot of weird textures. So as it is decaying, it just gets a lot more, it kind of fades away, and also it digitizes a bit, which can be really cool if you have like a fast delay time. I've used that live to add a lot more treble to a signal, to kind of like blast people with treble and to just create interesting textures. The other thing that's cool about the PS2 that the PS3 does not do is you can start a loop or a sample or whatever you want to call it in, say, any mode. I like to start in the long delay mode. So just any old sample here. So it keeps repeating it. You have to be careful with the feedback knob, otherwise it'll get ridiculously loud. And I'm going to turn down my volume just a little bit, just in case. But what you can do is you can adjust the time. It doesn't interrupt the sample. It just shifts the pitch and the speed. You can speed it up like this. Wait till it distorts a little bit. And you pull it back. Switch between the three delay modes. So let's say we go to the first mode. And you can go back to the third one just fine. Your whole sample's there, it's just taken what you distorted and you moved it to normal. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with the delay modes, as far as just making noise and drones and all sorts of things. With the PS3, it doesn't do that. I'm not going to waste time showing you that it doesn't do that. It just doesn't. When you turn any of the knobs or go between modes, it doesn't keep what you have. But you do alternatively get a much cleaner delay and cleaner pitch shifting sound. Also, it does have trails. And it basically has the same amount of, same lengths of delays. You can get up to like 2 seconds with the third mode. But going on to the pitch shifting, I'll go with the PS2 because it's much simpler. There's like 3 modes, and you can really do everything in the last 2 modes in the fourth mode. First, there is a tuner out on the PS2. So you can do lots of droning stuff there. That's just a cool little feature. There's probably a million demos out there of them just droning with that thing and making all sorts of cool noise. So with pitch shifting though, the way you control pitch is completely manual. There's no intervals. It's much more like, you would be controlling speeding and slowing down a tape. And I'm going to tune it just to, I guess, a fifth for the sake of making something sound decent. You can add a little feedback to it. So yeah, nice and lo-fi. This is what the PS2 is best at. And then the 5 and 6 modes just automatically set it to plus octave, minus 1 octave. Which, I mean, I don't have to show you that. That's pretty neat. Not neat. It's self-explanatory. That's the opposite of neat. Anyways, okay. So with the PS3, you have a detune mode, which gets some, some chorus sounds. You can adjust the feedback too, so you can get like, descending reverb, if you will. All sorts of goofy stuff. And in order to detune with the PS2, you just gotta set the manual knob like ever so slightly off. And then you have your regular pitch shifting mode, which is going to be a quicker delay time, so it's going to be more immediate. And as you can see, it goes in intervals. It's just half steps. And it goes all the way from minus 2 octaves to plus 1 octaves. There's no interval between minus 1 octave and minus 2 octave, or plus 1 octave and plus 2 octaves. But yeah. So setting it simply to like fifth up. Still artificial sounding compared to today's standards, but nonetheless useful, a bit more smoother than the PS2. The longer is going to have a bit more accurate, but yet slower sound to it. And you're also not going to get that kind of tremolo flutter as much. Then there's also reverse, which is kind of cool for blending with chords because it kind of slowly comes in. So yeah, it's some feedback to it. So there's all that neat stuff, rainbow machine-y, count to 5 kind of vibes, but obviously more limited. And then you have your dual pitch shifting modes. You have like dual detune, so you can detune up and down and all around with this thing. Sound all sorts of wrong. You can do a detune and pitch shift. And then there is double detune. And then the last mode I can't really demonstrate because I don't have an expression pedal, but you can use an expression pedal to get all sorts of whammy nonsense. So that's a really quick run through of how they're different. Obviously, I'm not showing how like excellent they are, but this was just to demonstrate all the differences, and I hope that was somewhat entertaining or cool or informative. Thank you for watching. Yeah, there you go.